Welcome to the Straightforward Connection with Tommy, and this video is going to be about WWE Raw tonight, and your superstars, Raw brand of course, and the one dark match that has been reported. But first, as usual, updates on WWE news and superstars and birthdays. And also what happened after the pay-per-view went off the air last night. And former divas Serena, Deeb, and Melina are wrestling in WSU. Well, their internet pay-per-view, Breaking Barriers 2, online results. Former divas Melina returned to the ring. And the injured former WWE diva Serena discussed her future during the pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view only cost $14.99. Okay, Serena came out and addressed the crowd to talk about her recent health issues. And she said there is no timetable for her return, and it is not definite if she will ever return. Then the WSU Commissioner Amy Lee announced that due to Serena's injury, that she was scheduled for the match. To find an opponent for Melina, Amy Lee chose Lexus. Well, Melina defeated Lexus. Lexus tag team partner Amber tried to interfere in the match, only for Serena to come back out and grab a chair from Amber. Melina was able to regroup and pin Lexus for her first post-WWE win. After the match, the Boston Shore tag team jumped Melina. Rain came out to fight the Boston Shore. Rain, Serena, and Melina were all united in the ring. I'm guessing this was Madison Rain, just going under the name of Rain in that promotion. Serena was shown knocked out and not breathing backstage, laying out on the locker room floor. It was revealed that Lexus attacked her in the back of her head with a steel chair. Lexus was fuming and screaming that Serena cost Lexus her match with Melina. And that's all that was said during that pay-per-view. For their particular divas. Speaking of, John Morrison, who is still in contact with Melina and still dating, regarding John Morrison's contract status with WWE, he asked for an extension to last throughout the full month of November, which will end at the Raw Super Show in Columbia, South Carolina, which is next Monday. Dave Meltzer indicated during Sunday's edition of Wrestling Observer Radio that Morrison's feelings toward WWE are somber, and quoted, his heart is broken, said Meltzer. And he also said that Epico and Primo beat Percy Watson and Titus O'Neil in the dark match at tonight's Raw Super Show in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Epico and Primo were accompanied by Rosa Mendez. Okay, WWELiveTour.com has removed Kevin Nash from all events he was advertised for the Japan show for this coming weekend, including Yokohama, Japan, is what was advertised. And like I said, the sources came from PW Insider and F4WOnline.com. Okay, among those in attendance at Survivor Series were some actresses and probably some actors. Michelle Beadle of Sports Nation, Judah Friedlander of 30 Rock, mixed martial arts writer Ariel Helwani. This is Hell lead singer Travis Riley. And This Is Hell guitarist Rick Jimenez. Mick Foley was also backstage at the event. Michael Shalik attended WWE Survivor Series and passed along video footage of The Rock addressing the Madison Square Garden crowd. And this was after the show went off of the online, and you can find the video at this link here. And I will try and post it tomorrow, as I found a monitor I can attach to my laptop, and I can show the video on it. And it only lasts about 6 minutes, and the live crowd was hot, as they were during the actual pay-per-view. Happy birthday goes to the Bella twins. That's Brie Bella, that's Brianna Garcia, and Nikki Bella. Stephanie Garcia are both 28 today. They were born November 21st, 1983. Well, so they're at the show. So I assume we'll see the twins on the Raw tonight, playing their celebrity horror roles for the guest star Jonah Hill. Well, guess what? Jonah wasn't even used on the show tonight. So I'm wondering if he was even there. Okay, and here's some more news of some reports from Survivor Series in New York, Madison Square Garden. Danny Goldstein attended, and he's a .net reader, and reported. He said after the show, The Rock grabbed a mic and talked to the crowd. He thanked them and said that he loved them. A fan responded, "Don't cry, Rock." Rock snapped back and asked what the fan meant. He told him to shut up and said the Rock doesn't cry. He said he was trying to get into something, and the fan ruined it by saying that. Rock then followed up by saying they must have some good weed in New York City. The Rock said he didn't come back for the money or anything. Rather, he said he came back just to entertain the fans. He said that this night was special to him because of his debut 15 years ago. Now he saw his granddad and his father compete at Madison Square Garden, and how he hung out with Andre the Giant backstage. He then joked by saying that the money actually is really good. In the end, he thanked the crowd and said he loved them. The Rock did his normal "if you smell" line to send the crowd home happy. And .net reader Brad D was at Raw tonight for the early spoilers. There was a dark match. Epico and Primo defeated Percy Watson and Titus O'Neil. No word on yet how they won. And Superstars 2 matches taped. Ted DiBiase defeated Drew McIntyre. Michael McGillicuddy defeated Alex Riley. So this must be Michael McGillicuddy's push and upcoming name change coming, and debuting new music as well. Which happened. There's some music change on Raw tonight. Cody Rhodes did not come out to a Smoking Mirror song, or theme song. And now for Raw, Michael Cole introduced the show and noted that both Jerry Lawler and Booker T were with him tonight. Booker said something about something being off the hook. Basically, he was talking about the highlights of the pay-per-view, and he was off the hook. Justin Roberts introduced CM Punk as a new WWE champion. Punk received a strong reaction that was followed by chants of his name once he arrived in the ring. Punk recalled a teacher asking him and his classmates what they wanted to be when they grew up. Punk recalled saying that he wanted to be a professional wrestler. And his quote said, "Notice I didn't say sports entertainer. I said professional wrestler." Punk said he started at the very, very bottom and worked his way to WWE, such as he worked in TNA when they first came out. Actually, it was TNA, NWA, both of them together. And also with the Ring of Honor. Okay, he said he wanted the fans to know how special it was for him to win the WWE Championship at Madison Square Garden. Punk then said the most satisfying thing about it is that he did it as himself, never tried to be anybody else. Punk said he is the new face of WWE, had held up the WWE Championship. He took a seat in the middle of the ring, Indian style, like he normally does, and then asked where the hell the WWE ice cream bars are. Punk then said it would he would like to change John Laurinaitis, interim general manager, title to former general manager. Laurinaitis walked up on stage and said that he and Punk don't have to have an adversarial relationship. He said that they both want the best for the WWE Universe. Fans chanted, "You suck, you suck, you suck." And Laurinaitis, Punk said he couldn't hear anything that he said over the fans that were chanting that he sucks. Punk said Vince McMahon is a money grubbing bastard, but he said Vince will say that to a person's face, whereas John Laurinaitis is worse because he's middle management. Punk compared Laurinaitis to Bill Lumbergh from the Office Space program. Nice. Laurinaitis said Punk has it wrong. He's actually upper management. Duh, well, he's talent relations. Laurinaitis, he can be just as creative and dynamic. He brought that out real fast. Just for those that don't know, John Laurinaitis wrestled as Johnny Ace with the Dynamic Dudes, and the tag team partner was none other than ECW member of Shane Douglas. Yeah. They came out with their Wipeout theme song carrying their skateboards. Punk, go back to what Laurinaitis was saying. He's creative and dynamic, and Punk dynamic as Punk, even if he doesn't have the tattoos and piercings. Laurinaitis' example was that he didn't want to wait until the next pay-per-view to give Alberto Del Rio his rematch, so the match will take place next week. Punk mocked him and questioned why they don't have it tonight. Laurinaitis announced that Punk will instead face Dolph Ziggler in a champion versus champion match tonight instead. Punk said it's not creative, it's stupid. Punk said Laurinaitis doesn't listen to the WWE Universe anyways. He said the fans don't want to see Punk versus Ziggler. He held up the mic as a small "We Want Ryder" chant started up. And that broke out. Punk said the fans want to see Ziggler versus Ryder. Laurinaitis said Ryder will be busy facing Alberto Del Rio tonight. He said Ryder can't beat Ziggler and neither can Punk. Punk accepted the matches and he left the ring and approached Laurinaitis on the stage. He said someone is going to beat some sense into Laurinaitis one of these days. Zack Ryder made his... let me go back a little bit. Michael Cole talked briefly about Madison Square Garden crowd's interest in Zack Ryder. He set up a video clip of The Rock praising Ryder during his post-show promo. Zack Ryder made his way to the ring as Cole questioned how the Ryder craze was catching on. Punk did a great job of establishing the Laurinaitis persona by essentially labeling him as a middle management suckass. The Office Space reference was spot on, and he left a lot of viewers anxious to see Laurinaitis get his ass kicked. It was nice to see this advertise Punk versus Del Rio in advance, but the way to set that up, set up two matches for tonight's show, made it feel like letdowns. Sure, I wish it was a title match, but I'm looking forward to Punk versus Ziggler. Alberto Del Rio with Ricardo Rodriguez beat Zack Ryder in 2 minutes 25 seconds. Ryder had the audacity to interrupt Ricardo's interruption, knocked him down. Well, Ryder had solid support, but the chants at the start of the match were nowhere near as loud as they were in his native New York. In the end, Del Rio beat Ryder with a cross arm breaker. Well, that came right after that. He went for the missed the Rough Rider because he jumped too far, or actually jumped too high above Alberto's head, and when he came back down, caught the arm and just snatched him over for the arm breaker tap out. But Ryder did get some offense, only a tap to the cross arm breaker. I have no idea why they felt the need to have Ryder lose after the reception he received last night. It seems counterproductive. I also have no idea why they feel the need to have Booker T on commentary again tonight. Well, somebody else was saying that the reason why they brought Booker in is due to the fact that Jerry the King Lawler didn't have much of a voice tonight, because his voice was going in and out. Well, I couldn't tell the difference anyways. Michael Coleslaw hyped that John Cena would have as a response to The Rock's actions at Survivor Series later in the show. Yeah, how late in the show? Was the very end. Then they showed a shot of Sheamus walking backstage. Commercial break. Back from the commercial, ring introductions for the next match took place. Sheamus pins Jack Swagger with Vicky Guerrero in 4 minutes 30 seconds. Swagger got in some offense while Vicky yelled a lot. Swagger applied the ankle lock. Sheamus eventually kicked him off and then blasted him with a road kick to set up the pinfall. Booker T hyped the Punk versus Ziggler match for later in the show. A shot aired of Kevin Nash walking backstage. Cole said Nash has something to get off his chest and he'd be up next. Commercial. Routine stuff with Sheamus going over on Swagger. Sheamus continued to build momentarily, while Swagger is a glorified enhancement talent these days. Then they showed footage of Kevin Nash attacking Triple H with a sledgehammer last month. And Kevin Nash walked onto the stage wearing his big Fonzie cool leather jacket. He yelled out, taking out Triple H with the sledgehammer. He said he and Hunter should have taken on The Rock and Cena in Survivor Series instead, but Triple H is gone. Nash said he is the real survivor of the group. Another tease for Cena was shown. Commercial break. Speaking of which, Nash and Triple H were both scheduled for a match and advertised for a match at the venue, which might have been the dark match. Well, I'll find out tomorrow night, because it hasn't been posted yet. Nothing in particular memorable about that one. Felt like a recap promo. Then again, there's only so much one guy could say about an angle that took place last month. They're doing a nice job of building up intrigue for Cena's promo. Cody Rhodes delivers a promo in the ring prior to his match. Cody defeated Santino Marella in 55 seconds. Santino went for an early takedown. Clearly, he just wanted to touch Cody's new knee pads. Yeah, his new ring gear looks like he's wearing underwear. Underoos. With the white, shiny ones. Can you blame him? Cody finished him off quickly with a crossroads after the attempted Cobra. Well, after the match, Cody went to the ringside and jawed at Booker about things he had been saying about him on commentary. Cody then grabbed a glass of water that was actually underneath the covering of the announcer's table. Just grabbed the water and threw it right at him. Pissed Booker off, but Booker stayed professional, which he commented on after they went back for a commercial break. After dousing the glass of water on Booker, Cody smiled and walked away. Booker was wet and unhappy. Insert whatever you want. Whatever that, there was a joke. Somebody said a joke there. Cody referred to himself in the third person and did the maniacal laugh at the end of his promo. It was a step back from last night. He still hasn't found his niche as a character yet. If I paid attention to Booker's commentary, then I might know what Cody was actually talking about before he threw the water at Booker. Yeah, because the microphone wasn't even barely catching his voice anyways. Backstage, Josh Matthews interviewed Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero. Dolph boasted that he was the only man to win 2 matches. Matthews noted that Dolph was the first man to be eliminated from his team. But Vicky says that his team still won, so technically he's a winner as well. And then they both said that he's the new face of WWE, to counter what Punk was saying, that he's the new face of WWE. Well, then they go to commercial. Back for commercial, Booker spoke about Cody disrespecting him as the ring introductions for the next match took place, which is CM Punk defeating Dolph Ziggler with Vicky Guerrero in a champion versus champion match. 16 minutes, 30-second match. Dolph's music got another overhaul. Ziggler got the bulk of the offense before the commercial break. He gloated, and the announcers labeled him a show-off because he said he wasn't going to show off tonight. Well, say what you do, but do what he does opposite. Then they had the commercial break. After the break, Ziggler was in control of the offense. Coleslaw says he'd been taking it to Punk while they were away. Punk came back, but Ziggler caught him with a fantastic drop kick for a good near fall. Punk came back with a top rope elbow drop for another good near fall. Ziggler went for his finisher, but Punk avoided it and came right back with a GTS for the clean pin. Announcers hyped the Cena segment for later on in the show. Go to commercial. Back for commercial, Ziggler took another step toward breaking out of the mid card. This guy is going to be a major player for WWE, and watching his progression is a blast. An entertaining match with a couple of good near falls. Definitely hope to see more from these two. A good one for Punk, and Ziggler gained something in defeat. The announcers hyped the WWE 12 video game. Big Show walked onto the stage for a short promo. He said fans who missed Survivor Series missed an epic night. He said he proved that he was better and stronger than Mark Henry. He also then proved that the Giants can fly. Yeah, if you missed it, you missed a great Macho Man elbow from the Big Show. And there was Macho Man chants during the crowd after he said, "Oh," during that pay-per-view match. Well, Show then said Henry took the easy way out by kicking him in the groin. Show said Henry may have left as World Heavyweight Champion, but he was carted out afterwards. As promised, Show held up his fist and said he had something waiting for Henry. They told Henry to be sure to bring the World Heavyweight Championship with him. Backstage segment, Kelly and Alicia Fox were playing WWE 12 when Beth Phoenix and Natalia showed up in the room and mocked them for being criers. Anyways, Kelly said my thoughts exactly. Another plug aired for the Cena segment. And Alicia and Kelly went back to playing the video game when Beth and Natalia just left the room. And then they went to commercial. Coleslaw made fun of Jim Ross tweeting, and he even showed him he tweeting, and then tweeted again and again and again. Wade Barrett beat Kofi Kingston in 11 minutes 40 seconds. Barrett did the pop-up box promo about his barrage, and As he made his entrance, Barrett dominated and was about to hit Wasteland when Randy Orton's music stopped him in his tracks. Well, Barrett put Kofi down and went to ringside, only to back away once Orton arrived. Then they went to commercial. After the break, Orton took a seat next to the broadcast table and watched the entire match. Kofi got some offense in and scored a near fall off of a cross-body block. He went for a springboard only to have Barrett kick the ropes. Barrett hit Wasteland while looking at Orton and got the pinfall. After the match, Barrett got a mic and said, "Hey, Randy, just in case you missed that, the winner of this match, Wade Barrett." Orton did a head fake, only to have Barrett take a step back. Orton's music played and he headed up the ramp. He stopped at the top of the ramp and just turned back around and looked at Wade Barrett. Announcers then teased Cena's response to The Rock hitting him with the rock bottom at Survivor Series. A shot aired of John Cena walking backstage, and then they went to commercial. Good news is that they are giving Barrett a push. Bad news is that we have to keep hearing about the Barrett barrage. Anyways, Barrett looked like a chump when he flinched at Orton's head fake. Take that out, and like the segment, as Barrett got to win, and they held off physically. Meanwhile, Kofi continues to lose because the tag team partner is suspended. It's almost over, Kofi. You got maybe one or two more weeks. And then they showed a video for SmackDown. Asked what's next for Big Show, Mark Henry, and the World Heavyweight Championship. They ask the same question at least twice a month. By the way, I apparently missed the tease for Kane's return. I caught it just as the end, complete with the mask. Several readers and tweeters were pointing that out. But I caught the Kane mask as it was dropped and put on fire during the video. If there's a video showing of it on YouTube or somewhere, I'll try and find it. Or I might just go to www.com and watch that one segment just for that. Because he actually, Kane has grown his hair back in his hiatus since he's been taking a rest. A small little vacation. Well, back to Raw. Cena said the answer is, let me get back up to where it was. Okay. John Cena's music played, and he headed to the ring to a lot of boos. Yeah, the crowd was actually quiet during the pay-per-view, but during Monday Night Raw, as you could tell, it was live, and you could actually see the crowd move their lips, and actually they were chanting whatever was done. There wasn't much piped, so to say, or plugged in music or chants during the matches. Cena said the word finally knows who Zack Ryder is. He told the fans to follow him on Twitter and listed his address. He said Punk is the WWE champion. Congratulations. He said the question is whether John Cena and The Rock can coexist as a team. Cena then says the answer is yes, because they beat Awesome Truth. He said it was truly magical. He said Rock received a reaction like he's never heard before. Cena said it was business as usual for him. He said the WWE Universe always has been honestly vocal with how they feel about him, which the crowd booed. Well, he says, and I love it, Cena said. He also said that it's that type of honesty that makes it truly unique. Cena then recalled Rock calling him back to join him in the ring after the match last night at the pay-per-view. Cena said he knows Dwayne and didn't think that he was inviting him to enjoy a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, which probably Fruity Pebbles was trending on Twitter during Raw, and crowd was also saying Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles. Well, and then John Cena is quoted by saying, "That's why I love you guys. You're trending a breakfast cereal on Monday Night Raw, which is trending on Twitter. Cena recalled taking the rock bottom. He paused as a boost to asses chant started breaking out, which he held the microphone and went all the way around the ring in a circle. And one fan had yelled, "Rocky sucks." Cena said Rock proved that he has never lost it, which means WrestleMania will be exactly what it needs to be. Then he starts to say the two biggest before Cena was finishing that. Well, he was interrupted by Awesome Truth's music. Miz they both came in the ring. Miz questioned whether Cena and The Rock have the two biggest egos. Miz said Cena's ego won't let him admit to how badly The Rock showed him up at Survivor Series. Miz said Cena always says you can't see me. He said no one wanted to see Cena last night. And at this point it was like 10:02 to 10:03, which overran the time limit so much. Actually, it was like 8 minutes after when the show ended. Well, it's actually programmed to end at 8 minutes after. Truth took his turn on the mic and said, "C Nation is about to turn it into See You Later Nation." Cena got serious and told him shut up. Cena said that if they test him again, he'll knock the makeup off of Miz's face and punch the veneers down Truth's throat. Then he also threatened to knock the braids off of Truth's hair and melt the gold from his teeth down and sell it to Mr. T. Cena said nobody cares about the Miz and R-Truth. He tried to turn them against each other by saying the Miz is riding Truth's coattails, and Truth thinks Miz is a pompous loudmouth from a crappy reality show. Cena said they shouldn't boo him. They should be booing themselves. Cena left the ring at this point, leaving Miz and R-Truth alone to argue with themselves, staring suspiciously at one another. They talked to each other with the mics at their side. Miz said Cena was just trying to play games with him. Miz said he's a former WWE champion and a WrestleMania main eventer. He told Truth that the fans are out there for him. Truth said Miz is about to cross the line and warned him not to do something he'd regret. Miz pushed Truth, who responded by knocking him out on his butt with a punch. Well, Miz begged off and told Truth to calm down. He said that they need to get Cena. Truth headed out, and Miz followed. When they got up to the top of the ramp, Miz dropped Truth with a skull-crushing finale. Miz glared down at Truth and then headed backstage. The Cena segment was a letdown. I don't even know what I was expecting, but it was obvious that they didn't have a great follow-up when he was interrupted by the heels right when it seemed like his promo was just getting interesting. So R-Truth is a face again? I think it will click better than it did the first time around, because he's really come into his own as a comedy performer. Overall, basic show that gave viewers a breather after Survivor Series. There weren't many major angles, and there was no hype for next month's TLC. I'm fine with that approach, especially considering it's a holiday weekend coming up. Even though it didn't make for a hot 2 hours of television, though we did get some quality in-ring action, especially for Punk versus Ziggler. And what happened to Jonah Hill and Brodus Clay? Neither were on the show. So again, false advertisements by WWE TV. And that's the end of my ranting and raving with Monday Night Raw and anything that they do with WWE for Monday nights. Thank you, and y'all shall see me tomorrow night when I post the SmackDown results with your superstars and NXT results for the remaining of the week. And I'll also probably show you the YouTube link from, if I can get it on there. Again, for those that missed it earlier in the show, that's the link again. To what Rock was saying after the pay-per-view last night. Again, thanks for viewing.